Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Log Talk Radio.
I am absolutely furious right now. I just want to beat everything to smithereens. This is the post-game, April 23rd. Both the Tigers and Red Wings choked to death. Tigers offense making excuses about the cold weather. Mike Babcock coddling his players, played a good game. Tampa Bay Lightning stole it. Everybody is stupid. Everybody's out of their freaking minds. Tigers had a 1-0 lead until Anibal Sanchez clearly balked in the tying run. And then Gorzolani, Tom Gorzolani gave up the game winner in the top of the 8th. The Tigers have fallen to 11-5. They were 11-2. Now they're 11-5. The Red Wings blew a 2-0 lead, lost in overtime, 3-2. Tyler Johnson with 2 goals, including the game winner. Babcock was right about one thing. They played well, but then they choked. They absolutely choked. Only less than 3 minutes into overtime, they choked to their own demise. And the series is all tied at 2. Don't blame Peter Mrazek. It's not much of his fault. Not much of it is his fault. It's the defense. Brendan Smith keeps committing penalties. Jonathan Erickson and Kyle Quincy and Nicholas Kronwall not defending the Lightning players late in the third period when push comes to shove. Jonathan Erickson did a beyond atrocious and pathetic job. Of covering Palat. He even decided not to cover him. Erickson, Smith, Quincy, and Kronwall should all be terminated. They're a lackluster defense, and Mike Babcock should be fired and headed to Toronto, period. They are a disgrace to this great Red Wings franchise, which I still love so much. Anibal Sanchez is still a disease to this Tigers starting pitching rotation. Gave up 14 runs in his last 2 games going into today, and he balked in the tying run. after pitching a few innings of shutout baseball. I'm tired of all of it. I'm tired of everything tonight. I have lost a lot of sleep over the last 7 or 8 effing days, and I'm about to die. Everybody in Detroit shot themselves in the heads late in their games, and they came up empty. Yeah, keep drinking that water, Mike Babcock. You're gonna explode when you do. Keep overfilling your bladder. Maybe next time drink too much. Maybe next time drink too much Coca-Cola, and maybe your bladder will explode even worse. At least you won't be choking from any food. Got one update. Joe Nathan is out for the rest of the season with a torn UCL. Yeah, I know. Great career. A disaster for Detroit. It just wasn't good enough. Joakim Soria is our closer. I'm just going to keep silent for the rest of the show. And then I'm going to delete the whole thing. Lightning in 6th, by the way. They have way too much momentum heading back home to Florida for Game 5, to the state of Florida, that is, in St. Petersburg. I can't even bear to listen to them on the radio at work Saturday, starting at 3 on NBC. Tyler Johnson also picked up an assist on the tying goal by Andre Palat. Maybe Mike Babcock can urinate on his own bench after his press conference.
Had already hooked the bag. Definitive safe sign by Tim Welke, and he's looking right at it. So Welke is right on the play in great position to make the call. Front foot hits the bag.
Now watch it come off the
Like
bag.
The back foot hooked the bag and stayed right there.
It did not come off, so there has to be conclusive evidence. Here, that is not conclusive enough to overturn it.
While I
This particular
run this whole
review,
episode blank to the ground, I'm going to watch the Royals White Sox game on MLB Network unmuted. So I'm going to kill this.
Well, we're going to have a decision right here. He's safe. Now, the chance for Javi to end it, the question is if you're Matson and Perez, obviously on instructions from the dugout, do you pitch to Garcia? Or do you go after Gordon Beckham, who has not had it at bat tonight?
Well, here's the answer. Javi, 0 for 4 tonight. Jason's the bad pitch.
Well, we saw what happened when Corey Kluber tried to pitch around with first base open. Wound up guiding it into the dirt and throwing a wild pitch. And granted, the man behind the plate was not Salvador Perez, but he can't stop each and every one of them.
Oh, Miguel Cabrera got on at bat in the bottom of the ninth, led off, took 2 fastballs for strikes, and then he whiffed on a curveball in the dirt. Very unintelligent at bat by Cabrera. He could have tied the bat with 1 swing on the first pitch. Either that or the second fastball in the strike zone. Anibal Sanchez, when he balked, he should have focused on the batter. Instead of the runner.
We will go to the 11th.
Hope everybody's happy. Brian Osmus getting ejected. He ought to just shut the hell up. Just shut the F up and get out of town. Brad Ausmus is an idiot. Anibal Sanchez clearly balked. With 2 outs and the runner on third, when Sanchez could have just gotten the hitter out with either a strikeout or any other kind of out. I just don't know what to say anymore. I just don't. The Lightning will win 7-0 in their next 2 games. Because of the Red Wings defense and because of Mike Babcock. They're both atrocious. They're both a disaster. I'm just ready to bleed and die here. I don't think I care anymore. It's time for the Red Wings to change. And it's time for the Tigers to start manning up in cold weather. Forget the cold bats in April crap. That's about as old as 2006. That's just a wimpy excuse, Ryan Schuling. Get that crap out of here. Nyquist and Anderson with the goals. Who gives a F? Who gives a flip? Nobody cares. I don't care. And this AL Central division is still atrocious. It'll never improve. That's the only reason the Tigers will win a 5th consecutive American League Central Division championship. Tigers take on the Indians in a 3-game series starting tomorrow at 7:08. Shane Green against Danny Salazar. The Indians continue to struggle, having lost 4 out of 6 in Minnesota and Chicago on their 3-city 9-game road trip. But their pitching has settled down, holding opponents to 3 runs in four of the Indians' last 7 contests. Friday starter Danny Salazar shut out the Tigers last September 3rd in Cleveland, and he fanned 10 Twins over 6 quality innings April 18th at Minnesota. Shane Green will try to become the first Tigers pitcher to win his first 4 starts to a season since Frank Tanana in 1988. The right-handed sinker baller has allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 12 hits over 23 innings, though he missed the Indians in the Cleveland series. The Tigers will go with just 2 left-handed relievers for the series after taking 3 into Cleveland 2 weeks ago. David Price's 3rd inning exit Wednesday against the Yankees forced Detroit to call up a fresh arm at Ian Kroll's expense, leaving Tom Gorzolani and Blaine Hardy as the southpaws against a lefty-heavy Indians offense. And Indians outfielder and first baseman Nick Swisher is expected to join AAA Columbus on a rehab assignment Friday. Swisher is working his way back from surgery on both knees. Again, both teams blow a lead and lose, making me so furious. I just want to break everything and hurt people physically, which I legally am not allowed to do ever. So I won't. I hate it all. I want it all destroyed. I want everything destroyed. I want this earth destroyed. I may be going to hell after I graduate this fall. Way to screw everything up, everyone. Time's just about up, so see ya.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.